You are awesome, and you're back.
I'm Dan, this is Mandi.
And you are watching BuzzChomp.
Woo, yeah, you go, woo, woo, yeah.
Woo!
Enjoy.
Must-see movies, Downsizing. We loved the concept of downsizing. Basically, a scientist invents a way to downsize people in an effort to reduce waste, to reduce consumption, reduce all of that stuff.
Downsizing is kind of an awesome movie. It is not what you expect, and it begins in one place and ends in a completely different place. I wouldn't expect anything less from Alexander Payne. His other films kind of did the exact same thing. Now it begins and it makes you think, oh, this is kind of a quirky comedy. Here's Matt Damon and Kristen Wiig, and they're going to go get downsized. The planet, global warming, climate change.
We really enjoyed the movie, but it's like 3 parts, and at times it's slightly a little bit disjointed because of that. You got the beginning, where you meet Matt Damon. So they decide to downsize.
Predictably, his wife backs out because they have to get separated.
So Kristen Wiig is in it for like a moment. So no longer is it a story about a husband and a wife adventuring into this downsizing world together. Nope.
This is a down-on-your-luck character.
However, though, that was kind of how they set up the beginning of the movie that it was going to be.
He is helping other people to his own detriment. He never thinks for himself. He never puts himself first. He never has his own best interests in mind.
So that was like the first disjointed part of the movie.
That's like the first part of the movie is, I want to better my life, and it's quirky and it's weird and it's kind of funny and it's awesome, and then it flexes, much like life. He makes one decision that is a huge decision, Matt Damon's character does, and then his entire life changes, and now he's a depressed wreck.
Now you got Matt Damon downsized. Downsized thinking he'd never work again, but because he got a divorce, he had to sell his downsizing house, which we really never went into those details. I would have liked to know. Did he have to give the money back?
And then he goes on a drug trip and kind of wakes up and meets this cleaning ladies who happens to be this mini celebrity, and then he decides to help them.
But there had been a couple that he'd been friends with in high school, and they downsized. That's what really inspired him to want to downsize and want to get his wife to downsize too, right? He goes to the birthday party. We see them once. They live in the same community, right? He doesn't use this couple and their friends as his friends, as his community. He isolates himself.
Also, much like life, Matt Damon's character always wanted to be a doctor, but he always made a choice for someone else. And ultimately, in his life, he met a character who forced him to be a doctor.
I don't want to spoil the whole film, though, and the third section will spoil the whole film. But now he goes off onto this whole, kind of like life adventure.
It makes for an interesting experience as the viewer, because you're uncomfortable and you're disappointed at times, and you're like, oh, but I was enjoying the funny moments, now life is sad. It's like life.
I didn't picture it going that way. I liked it, but there was just still something about the movie that I just...
It's a quirky, depressing comedy, a slice of life, and then a love story.
That section is like its whole other movie again, guys.
I thought this was a really fun movie.
It just felt a little awkward.
It's just weird in a really good way. And I credit Matt Damon for playing this character who's not really that likable, but you still kind of like him.
Subscribe to our BuzzChomp channel for more must-see movies.
You just wish he was a little bit more assertive, but he's not, and he doesn't change. Other people just assert him in a better direction.
Comment below. Let me know. Did you see Downsizing? What'd you think of the film? Yeah, kids? Yeah. Must-see movies, Downsizing.
Tune back in.
More from Mandi and Dan
On BuzzChomp.
Subscribe.
Oh yeah, thank you.